What's going on, everyone? Here's a weekly close and a monthly end to September, and the dollar's still in a tight range. It's getting tighter and tighter inside this corkscrew, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. One of these times it's going to pop. We've got an ascending triangle, so I expect it to pop above, but so far it's tried to go across the 34 and close above the 34, and so far we got only two times closed above the 34. So in other words, it's been bearish, but nonetheless it's in a corkscrew between support and resistance. It has to make a decision, and it's getting real tight in there. So I think next week we can see some kind of a move outside that pattern. My best guess. Here's a monthly close on the dollar. So it's on the higher low. Caught between support and resistance still. So let's see here. Let's pull this thing back. And a new high there. Oh, monthly looks bearish. Weekly looks bullish, but that's a sharp angle, and you can see the breakdown and the bearish retracement and that nasty candle. Let's see here. There's a nasty reversal bar right there. So we have a close this month below this hammer, or not hammer, falling star, confirming a reversal. And it did break and come back into support, or into resistance, so it got stopped out. It looks bearish from here. The steeper the line, the less support it has. So look for a run to 92 in the next month, I guess. That doesn't look too good for the dollar. We got a double top, broke down, came back into a bearish retracement, made a good try, but ended up closing a reversal bar. This one kind of back and forth, but now we got a close below the reversal bar. So it looks like to me it might be confirmation, allowing price to come down. So look for a double bottom, last line of resort at 92. Let's look at the 10-year bond. Monthly, let's go to daily. Looks like daily kind of broke down. We got a bearish retracement coming in. Looks like a measured move from 175, approximation to 162. So 13 points from 162. Might be the measured move on this one. Doesn't look good on the daily. Weekly, on the other hand, put in a hammer. Look at that nice hammer. Nice hammer, but it did close below the EMA 8. Look for anything opening up on the 10-year yield. Looks like a nice reversal bar, and it hung in there on the. It broke down and broke back in, coming back into the pattern. So our trend line right here is our last line of support. That does look like a flag though, a flag pattern. So nice reversal bar, but not confirmed yet. See what happens. It's a weekly. Let's do a monthly. Monthly 10-year yield. Yeah, it looks like another bearish flag. See the flag there? Breakdown flag. Steep incline trend line. Looks like another bearish pattern forming. And it's breaking into previous lows and it got knocked back. See what happens. Looks bearish on a monthly chart. Jump to the S&P daily chart. Looks like it's stuck in a pattern, ready to break out. We got a top resistance, ascending triangle, more like an asymmetrical triangle, I guess. A good back and forth action, corkscrew action. Price is in between. It's getting tighter and tighter and tighter on the S&P. You can see the double top. You can see the lower high. You can see the breakdown. Bearish retracement. Bearish retracement. Bearish retracement. Looks like a bearish flag consolidation. That doesn't look good for the S&P. Let's go longer term. Nice steep incline. Looks like it has room to fall. Not much of a consolidation pattern so far. But it did close the weekly above the EMA 8, so I can't rule it out. Even though we're working with a double top, a lower high, and a breakdown, and a bearish retracement. Let's jump to the, S&P monthly close. Let's see how this acted. A reversal bar, maybe? No, more like a spinning top. It still has legs, I guess. We do have a double tweezer top. Actually, tweezers are matched ends. We have a lower high close on a monthly chart. There we go. That she is a lower high. Deutsche Bank, lo and behold, after everyone started worrying about Deutsche Bank failing, all of a sudden it gets legs and goes up. Even in after hours, it went up too. So, right now we're working off this hammer. We got a AB bottom. It broke back into the double bottom pattern. So now we got support. We got support at 1250. And looks like after hours went up to 1324. So yeah, it's broken back into the previous pattern. So working off a double bottom, just filling in the gaps. Maybe it's going to fill this gap on the way up. Maybe that's our top, 1450. But we do have a double bottom breaking into previous double bottom. Now we have support at 1250. So that being said, anything below 1250, you better watch out below, as there's limited support on the way down. Now we're in the previous pattern. Weekly looks like a bearish retracement, breaking in the previous lows. Yeah, looks like a bearish retracement, but it kind of got more legs than a usual bearish retracement is all. So now we got support. Let's look at the monthly. See where we closed this out. It's funny, I didn't even realize it was a monthly close. Let's see, Deutsche on a monthly. We got previous lows at 1950, so long ways to go. The next previous lows are at 15. So look for resistance at 15 at the monthly rate. Got a long way to go. Like I said, the weekly looked like a bearish retracement. Just had a little bit more legs than usual. It broke into previous lows. So, Deutsche Bank's in trouble. Could trigger the whole thing to collapse, and I guess Germany's government's not going to give them anything. At least that's the word on the street. But they don't have any. No one has any money. Who has $72 trillion laying around? I don't know. The German bond looks pretty nasty from here. Like you see the breakdown, the measured move, double bottom at -16. We got two breakdowns. We got an upper trend line breakdown. This trend line came back down that way. It busted through, came right back through. And the upper trend line even kept going. Now we got a double bottom at -16. Looks like it's hanging in there on a weekly. But that looks like a bearish flag, so I'm not sure if that's going to hang on. Plus, oh, I thought that was a reversal bar. Nope. I was thinking maybe that would be pretty sweet if that was a reversal bar. So basically consolidated, hit resistance and backed off and almost fell through. So it looks pretty weak if you follow the ball, the bouncing ball. And a monthly close. Looks like we're working it with a lower high, double bottom, AB double bottom. AB double bottom and get a lower high. So even though the weekly looks bearish, it looks like the monthly closed the lower high. But it went into zero and just got knocked back pretty hard, right? And we got a nasty candle dealing right now, right there. You can see the bullish move into resistance, into that reversal bar. It got knocked back. So we got a small line of defense. Lower lows are coming in at -20. Japanese bond. Looks pretty bad everywhere. I hate to say it, but I don't know what to think anymore. Let's start with the daily on this one. Looks like we got a double top and it's breaking down on the daily. We got a measured move coming in. 5 cents, let's call it 6 cents. So -12 is the measured move. We might get a double bottom at -10, hitting other previous lows. But nonetheless, the daily has broken down and also started to do its bearish retracement. Weekly, now that's a bullish retracement back into support. So quite the opposite. So I got a double low, all the way into resistance, came back, made another double low, came back, right on top. Nice move for the Japanese bond. Got to break double zero to get into positive territory, though. It could still close the week and the month below zero. So, a worthless bond, nonetheless. Crude. Nice move on crude. You can see the daily triangle broke. Back and forth, across the 34. Higher low, cross. Came all the way back down, making an opposing point. Almost broke down, but then shot across. Looks pretty good. Look for a flat top break. Should be coming soon. Weekly. There you go. Nice move on the weekly. That's a nice looking pattern right there. That's what I like to see right there. The weekly pattern. All the way down into support, bounced back, made another high, bounced back, getting a closing triangle. Let's see this. Nice. That's going to be a badass breakout right there. 50 will get you 60. Previous highs. It's already breaking into previous lows. You got resistance at 60. And all the way to 80. Potential 80 on this breakout, weekly breakout. Nice. Pretty nice. I want to go trade some oil futures. Monthly. There you go. Breaking above the EMA 8. 13th in a triangle. Resistance at 60. Pretty nice. 60 will get you 80. Pretty cool. Gold. Not sure on gold yet. Still consolidating. Had one hell of a day today, making a higher low, but did not close above our 34 or 8. It did one of those blast off and then sucker punched you all day long into the close. But we got higher lows. Symmetrical triangle coming in. Not as tight yet as we want it to be, but one thing I want to point out on this triangle is a continuation pattern. Symmetrical triangles, continuation pattern. So here we have something not the same, but similar. So it breaks out. Oh, that's what I wanted to point out. You see the last time it came back into support, it missed its mark. And what do I say? It's always double bullish if I see that. And here is a case on picture frame, that same instance. Wish I could make that bigger, but I can't. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay, so we got higher lows, came back into resistance, came all the way back in, missed its mark, and what do I say? That's double bullish. So, let's make sure I don't stay on this level. Let's do that. Where were we? Gold. So, we did not reach our mark. And I thought this morning it was going to close above, but it did its thing. The push up and then the sell in. The push up and then the sell in. It's got a higher low, missed its mark. If we can do something in some kind of a bullish fashion next week, breaking previous highs, closing the gap, I like to say that that is our clue to a nice bullish breakout in the next few weeks. Well, this is a daily chart, so within the next week. The weekly, still in the tight pattern. Again, missed its mark on a weekly chart. It also missed its mark on the upside, so let's be careful. Let's close previous highs before we make a judgment call on the way up. Breakout on the way up. And besides, it's not that tight of a triangle yet. But looks good. It's staying inside of its triangle. Silver, well, let's go back to gold. Let's see the monthly close. Monthly close. It's like a reversal bar, right? So there we go. We don't know what's going to happen because that is a falling star. Hang on a second. Let me take care of this. It's almost a perfect falling star, but it has a wick. Looks like we came into support, right? And then it bounced back. And then today, all day today, came all the way back into support. Looks like we've got a line of support at 1314. So let's stay above 1314 and 1307 and 1301 and break this thing out on the upside. Silver, same kind of triangle, same kind of move. The only thing I'm looking at is that might be a whipsaw, might not be, I'm not sure. Because we came back all the way down and it didn't touch its other side, its natural point of return. That means it's double bearish, and I thought, yeah, that looks pretty awesome this morning. All of a sudden, it just sold back into support. And that is a nice inverted hammer nonetheless, aside from the tiny, tiny wick on the bottom half of that hammer. Inverted hammer on a daily. Inverted hammers are bullish. So it hit the other side, came back in, missed its lineup. So maybe these triangles are getting tight enough on gold and silver. We can get a breakout here soon. Copper. Oh wait. Silver. Keep forgetting the monthly close. Monthly. Monthly close is staying tight in the pattern. I don't think the pattern's tight enough yet, but I was sure wishing for a 1-2 punch on this thing too. From this bust out all the way back in, and then I was hoping for a 1-2 punch, the 1-2 punch. But similar to weekly daily close, it's got an inverted hammer on the monthly. Not perfect because of the wick, but you follow the ball, you can see the bullish and then the sell in, making a nice inverted hammer. Not perfect, but it's pretty close. Copper. Copper's been looking pretty good. Building. Let's see if we can get this thing to break out with silver. And there's the long-term pattern. This could be a nice breakout on the upside when this thing breaks that top, flat top. That looks good for a breakout this week. Let's see if we can get the 240. Breaking in the previous lows, getting up to previous highs, previous lows, previous highs. That's our resistance. If it breaks through there, then we got 260 to look forward to. But they're saying the next run, if copper breaks with silver and gold, we might have a full length bullish move, this next move. Got to get copper in the game though. Let's look at JDX. JDX, I did a little Fibonacci retracement from its bottom here to its top, and you can see that it's only come down to its 38% level. So the reason why I did that is I'm not sure if these things have done consolidation, and if they, I mean, it looks bullish. The miners look bullish. And it's still holding that W bottom. But it came all the way back in, so now we got a higher low again. Kind of broke out, and sold all the way back in. Actually, that's a gap, right? Gapped up and closed in. Let's see if we can find that. Mm. 5 hours got that. I don't know. I did the Fibonacci retracement just to see where the levels are, and it can drop all the way down to 22 and still have momentum. So I'm just not sure. I'm looking at the 8 and the 13 pointing straight down. I'm looking at support coming up. We've got a asymmetrical triangle again, which is bullish. Continuation pattern. But like I said, it has room, lots of room to come down. So be careful on the downside, but so far so good. We got a bullish pattern. GDXJ, same thing. You can see the W pattern held. That we're gonna have a good day, but it just kind of sold all morning. Pattern's getting tighter, so it's gonna have to make a move. Let's make sure it's not on the downside. Nugget. It's this flat bottom that is making me nervous. But still got the W bottom. Same kind of move and then sell back in. I think it's bullish because the thrust is pretty good on the upside, and then they sell it. The investors sit on the bid and they carry it all the way down. I think that's what happened all day. Just not sure if the consolidation is over yet. Back to GDX. Got the weekly. Needs to get above that EMA 8 on the weekly. Close below. That doesn't bode well with me. Nice steep angle. I'm thinking it has room to come down. So be careful out there. Might be a real quick head fake on the way down, and then they scoop up all the cheap shares, and they end up buying it all the way on the way back up. Same kind of move. Gold and silver kind of went all the way up, closed all the way in. Same kind of inverted hammer move. Let's go to a weekly. Consolidation over the 34. Look for moves above 22. We need to get above previous highs, 24. So there's a kind of a channel going on to the sideways action. It's sort of a channel. It's going to be inside this channel. Let's see if we can get a breakout above 24 and change 24 and a half. See if we can consolidate up there before we do anything. Need to get outside of this bottom channel. Monthly. See if I can get anything out of this. I don't think I can. Oh, I have to keep monthly for later. Excuse me. JNUG. I really like JNUG for long-term reasons. Not sure about the downside potential yet. Look at that. Bounced right over the 34 on the weekly chart. Same as, man, that's a nice hammer. Let's get above this hammer. Let's get it in the 22 area and decide whether or not we're going to keep this long term or not. Nice bounce into support. So if you're a bottom feeder, maybe grab this on the way down into support. Let's see, did we close bullishly or not? Nope. I did make a higher high on the 60-minute. We'll see. That's all I got, guys. Appreciate you watching. Let me know what's going on out there. And the economy does not look good. Be careful for Deutsche Bank to come crumbling down. And like I said before, if stuff gets really sketchy out there, I'm going to take my money out and see what happens. Buy some precious metals. Because if it does collapse, it's likely precious metals are going to shoot through the roof. But all these mining shares are all fun in games because it's all paper. So just be careful out there. Buy what's real. I'll see ya.